and this is why I think it's a fatal, absolutely foolish, naive mistake to discount the horror genre as a whole, and to, really not even, recognize these movies as worthy of mainstream appeal and awards and shit like that. Who gives a fuck about awards? No one fucking cares. It's, no one that makes art really gives a shit about awards anyway. But the thing is, I do know that horror does get so shunned, and I think that's unfortunate because people miss out. I know people just don't like to watch horror, and I get it because it's not fun or whatever. Like, every time I watch this movie, I lose sleep. It is deeply disturbing. This movie deeply fucking disturbs me. I cannot get certain scenes out of my mind. I mean, first of all, here's what is so good about it though. And when you have a horror movie that's just so right, he does stuff with the horror scenes in this film that they show you something in a way that's evolutionary in human beings. So it's when you watch shit like this, you need to ask questions. Why does it bother me when I see what is bothersome about this scene? We all know what is bothersome about seeing someone beheaded. Okay, fine. But look at the choices in this film that enact horror and disturbed you without even showing blood or violence. One of the most frightening parts of this film to me is Toni Collette's now possessed body in the corner of Peter's room like this, not moving. Whole scene is still, nothing is happening. Peter just wakes up, doesn't know his entire family is dead or possessed, and doesn't know what his fate is to be. Wakes up, and Toni Collette, it's just the worst, best scene ever. And then he's kind of, there's this sense of what the eeriness that everybody knows what that feeling is, where you don't know that something's wrong, but you know that something's wrong. That's very important. That is something that is deeply instinctual in human beings. That's why horror works. That's why we can watch a scene with a person in the corner and we all know why it's disturbing without having to say, well, what's scary about someone hovering in the corner? We know why it's scary because there's something wrong. And it shows that this is not a natural thing for humans to do, and it disturbs. And so I love that scene because I think it is the most, if there's anything anybody takes away from this podcast, let it be that scene as a representation of what life is like if you truly have no free will. Because that means what you have is an impending fate lurking, always watching, waiting for you while you kind of look around and think about what decisions you'll make. It doesn't matter. Your fate is in the corner waiting for you to make the next move so it can do what it was going to do all along. And that is one of the scariest parts of this film. Forget when she's beheading herself. That shit is disturbing. It's really well done. Very good. I really don't like the part where she's banging her head against the door because it's supernatural. And there's something very disturbing about that. It's just, humans don't move that way. And it's that. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's just that humans don't move that way. And that's why it's so deeply disturbing, because we know that is not a human anymore. And that's what it is. That's what it communicates. We're watching, it's a human body, but it's not a human anymore because it doesn't move.
Well,
like
what
a human.
Is it's a possessed human.
Exactly.
Possessed by something that does not care about the physical laws of the known world, and also doesn't care about the body in which it's doesn't care about the body in which it's inhabiting.